ground with Cook. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Ground 80! What's that?
From the gun, Josh Allen. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
319! What's that?
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On the return is Jones, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. Will give him about 5 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. Once more, it's Henderson. He'll get about 2. It's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, New England.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Patriots. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. 1st set of downs.
Stevenson, touchdown, Patriots.
That was a special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact balance and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Pats stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here is Bell on the return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll get that complete to Tinsley. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here. In the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Look out!
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here is Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henderson, and they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He finds Hollins on the ground. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Pats will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. First and 10 now from the 36.
319! What's that?
Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in by Tinsley. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First down, Allen. Going right, it's taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air once more is Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
What's that?
They'll run the draw with Buck. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
We'll go.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Allen now on first and 10. He finds Bell. That's caught. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Round 80. We'll go.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He'll swing this one out to Cook, and they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. And that one bangs off the right upright. Does not go in. It's no good. And they're unable to add the point after. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards. Second down and 6 now from the 26. On the give, it's Henderson. And he's going to have a first down. tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
A gain of 6.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, New England.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
A run, and this is Henderson. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
That's Dobbs, open left side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. On the ground, here is Henderson. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stevenson.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On 3rd down, Henderson. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This taken at the 5. Uh-oh. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's complete. Some more on the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
19!
Now it's Allen. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Look out!
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. They'll try to go up tempo here as they hustle to the line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Allen now on 2nd down. Now a run here. Off the RPO, he keeps it. On the move, past the 40. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
319!
They go play action now. Here's Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Allen. Flush to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Pass's kick is good, and the Bills are able to cut into the deficit.
34. Bills 16.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Patriots offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get it back on offense for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Henderson able to slip one tackle, but not another. They'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Patriot first down.
Give up the middle to Stevenson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and good. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here is Bell on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with first and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. They'll run the toss with Cook. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a road win here for the Patriots as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.